Hello, everybody, and welcome to Biz Talk. If this is your first time, I'm Tanya, your host, and this is Biz Talk, a show. It's a series that was started to help entrepreneurs. It's about entrepreneurship, marketing, branding, finance, everything that you would need to help you on your journey. So, I'm Tanya. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Tanya. I'm a business strategist and a marketing strategist based in Johannesburg, South Africa. I have a business where I help people with the marketing offline and online, how to get it right, how you doing it, how to do it, and everything else. I also have another business, which is a consultancy for relocations that I also run, and I am a mother of one. So on that note, let's get into today's video. So the reason I wanted to record this video is because I get this question, a couple of questions all the time, whether it's on Quora, because I'm on Quora answering questions on entrepreneurship, relationship, because I also have a relationship podcast. And I got a couple of questions recently, especially on business and DMs on Instagram, on Facebook, on my Facebook page. And I thought I needed to address it because some people actually keep getting that, keep wondering about that, and then I think that's what's stopping them to start their own businesses. And I felt like I needed to address it because obviously, I, they probably look to me as a voice to speak to that. That's how I'm getting those questions, and yeah. So before we even get into that, I wanted to say, like, if you want to have a couple of freebies that I am doing. I have 122 Instagram hashtags that I have used to grow my reach and impressions on Instagram. And I also have an Instagram monetization checklist on how to monetize your Instagram, like the checklist what you would need in order to monetize your Instagram. If you want that, you can click on the links down below. Somewhere there in the description box, you'll see it if you want to connect. At Tanya underscore La Patron. I'll put it down below on both Facebook and Instagram. So let's get that. So the first one, I'll be looking down because I have to read the statements and I'll address them for you. So the first thing I often get, it's more of a statement and it usually goes this way. Hey Tanya, I want to start a business, but I don't think I can. Insert reason. And these are the reasons. I don't know what business to start. I don't know what to do to start. I have no patience for running a business. I don't know how to sell. I really want financial freedom, but I have no idea how to start. So that's the first one. And on the first note is I don't know what business to start. So when it comes to what business to start, I always advise that you need to look at what you can do, what you can do to bring value to another person. So often we are all born with skills. Like I was looking at it like recently, my son is 11, he loves cooking, he's amazing at it. He started cooking at 7 years old. Like last Christmas, he made Christmas dinner all on his own, like desserts, like the dinner, everything. So this is somebody who's passionate about cooking and who's really good at it because at 11, I didn't like cooking at 11. Personally, I didn't. So that's something that he enjoys doing. So obviously this is something, it's a skill, it's a set of skills that he could monetize at a later stage in his life if he works on it. I personally love working with people. I am good at working with people. I have a creative side. I also have a very analytical side, which come together perfectly when it comes to marketing because I'm able to use both my analytical and creative side and bring it together to help people with the digital strategies, with the marketing strategies and everything because I bring both of them together. And I obviously love working with people. And so why it made sense for me to start a service-based business because I loved taking one person from point A to point B. That brought me tremendous satisfaction compared to anything else I could do. I could have been an engineer, but frankly, I never enjoyed it. That's why I turned down a bursary for engineering at university because personally, it wasn't my thing. I would have done it, but it wasn't my passion. So I always advise, look at your passion, look at what you're passionate about, look at what you enjoy doing, what brings you satisfaction outside of the money. The money is always a plus, but you really do need to look at what brings you satisfaction. Does it bring you satisfaction to help people? Does it bring you satisfaction to sell something, to do something? Look at those things and then think on how you can monetize that. And that's usually a good point to go. And the best, I don't know how to start, I don't know when to start. The best thing is always start. Start. I think I shared my journey on Instagram a couple of weeks ago where I literally was forced into entrepreneurship because, listen here, I was out of a job. I had a young son and I needed to look after him. And this was a skill I could do. And I was like, you know what? I can do this and monetize my skills and make money out of it. And I remember I didn't have money to get an office or anything. I had to pawn my laptop to pay for an office. And it was like really, really a small office. Like it didn't even have a window. It didn't even have like aircon. Like, listen, if I tell you it was like sitting inside a pot when it was the middle of summer, that's exactly that, because it was tremendously hot. But you know what? Because I was doing what I loved and I wanted to do, I was pushing my network, I was pushing my marketing, I was making sales. That at that point, I was able, I think after a couple of months, I think 3 or 4 months in that office, I was able to move into a better office in a respected business park. So at the end of the day, the best place to start is now. Now, like, yes, now. So the second point, let me go check this out. I have no patience for running a business. That one, I'm sorry, that makes me laugh because if you can work for somebody, if you can, like, let's say you're working in customer service, you need a lot of patience to work in customer service. You need a lot of like nerves, like you need to have nerves of steel because some clients are not the friendless. Somebody may be having a bad day and they're calling the customer service line and you take the brand of the bad day because obviously they don't care. So if you can do this kind of jobs, you can do any other kind of jobs, you obviously have patience because the same patience that you apply for your job is the same patience that you would need to run a business. So that is not a good enough reason. I am scared is another thing I always get. Like I'm scared to start my business, like I'm not having an income, and I get it. Like we all are scared. Often when you have to start, like who would buy my product? Who would buy my service? Like do people really need what I have to offer? And I often say you need to come from a point where you are solving a problem. If you are solving a problem that people actually have, and you have a target audience in mind that needs that problem solved, trust me, you will make sales because once you start, you know your target market, you know who you are talking to, and then you know the service that you are offering, and after that your message matches what they're looking for, the solution, because people buy solutions. At the end of the day, people buy solutions. They either buy solutions to a problem, they either buy for vanity purposes. That's why you see Louis Vuitton is always sold out because it's vanity. Like for their vanity, for their pride, for whatever, for showing off, people buy for different reasons. But if you are offering the solution to what they need, they will buy from you. So that actually, I think, also answers the question of on how to sell. I don't know how to sell, and that's basically the same thing. You need to understand the value mix of your services or products. You need to understand why would my client, why would my buyers buy my product? Let's say I'm selling affordable wigs. It's not necessarily human hair, or it's not necessarily what people in the higher market bracket are buying. So basically you are targeting people that still want to look good, still want to have good quality hair, but they don't want to spend thousands and thousands of rands on just hair. So your target market is obviously people that have a certain budget for the hair, and they're looking for products that will still make them look good, be quality, but maybe at an affordable rate. So if you know that that is your target market and your product is exactly what they're looking for, then get your messaging right, get your pricing right, within the pricing that they will be willing to sell, and you will make sales. I think there's a brand in South Africa that has nailed that in the market industry. In the haymarket industry, and they've done quite well for themselves. So it's important to understand your target market, who you are talking to, who you are selling to, and then understand how you can solve that problem. That's on that note, I think that I've said enough on that. I really want financial freedom, but I have no idea how to start. Like I said, start, just start. And sometimes, if you feel like you don't want to give up your job, there are other types of businesses that you can start online, because really we live in the best of times where you can start a business, because at the end of the day, you can literally just need your laptop, you need your cell phone, you need internet, and you can have an online business. So there are a multitude of things that you can do. You could teach people how to. I saw recently, I think on Teachable, there was an article, I don't know if it's Teachable, I stand to be corrected, where a lady was making money selling a course, teaching people how to knit. And I know I've always wanted to knit, but I always felt like, I couldn't be able to learn, I don't know how to learn. And this lady saw the gap in the market, that there are people that want to knit, but they don't know where to start. And she started selling a course, and I think she made well over 6 figures in USD. So it's quite possible to do anything online. You just need to figure out what you are trying to sell. And there are other businesses you can start without even spending money, like affiliate marketing. But obviously, you would need to grow a following, a social media following, or a blog, or whatever you would need in order to be able to sell to your audience and refer them to whoever is selling the product and make money out of it. So there are a multitude of things that you can do. If you want me to cover it in another video, let me know down below, and I'll cover some that you can start, how to start, which program to sign up for. I can do that for you guys. So on that note, let me tackle the second comment. I don't want this video to be too long. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. So the other one I often get is, the second one is usually, I'm an entrepreneur, and I have business, but I'm struggling to market my business and personal brand. So whether you're a creative or whether you are a business, I think we covered it in another video with Dana, where we mentioned that you are a brand. So if you are struggling to market your business, then I think you need to go back to your branding strategy, because you need to know who you are talking to, who is the people that need to identify with your brand. Let's say for myself, I always say, for my personal brand, in terms of Tanya Kabuya, the marketing strategies, the business strategies, my target audience are entrepreneurs that are working, that already have the businesses or have an idea on the business, but they don't know where to start. They don't know how to get the online strategy properly. They don't know how to get the marketing right, but they've either already started, they already figured out what they want to do, and then I'm there to help them. So obviously that's my brand. That is my branding strategy. So who am I speaking to are those people. So my message needs to resonate with them. Whatever I am talking about, whatever I am sharing, whether on social media, whether on anywhere else, needs to resonate with that. So you need to go back to your branding strategy. You need to sit down and have a marketing plan. It's quite difficult to understand that a lot of entrepreneurs actually start the businesses and never sit down to have a marketing plan. If you don't have a marketing plan, you really need to get a marketing plan. And if you don't know how to do one, you don't want to have to pay a strategist, let me know in the comment below. I can give you the link to a marketing plan template I have for clients, free of charge, and then that can help you create your marketing plan. So on that note, I think that's all I wanted to say today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram and Facebook. If you have any questions, send them there. I'll be willing to help. I'm always willing to help, always willing to answer questions. Leave them in the comments. I'll be willing to do that as well, to answer your questions. If you want us to connect, check it out. Check my Instagram page. I always share marketing tips, digital marketing tips, anything that I can help people that are growing like myself also reach the target audiences. So, on that note, I'll say bye bye.